Hello everyone, and welcome back to DET Coach's Beginner's Guide to the Duolingo English Test. In the previous lesson, we learned a template for images of people. In this lesson, we'll learn a template for images of objects and use the market image from the lesson materials to create a complete description. An image of objects may not show an obvious action. Start by identifying what the objects are, how they are arranged, and where they are. Then add two visible details and an overall impression. The template for images of objects also has 3 sentences. The first sentence uses the picture mainly shows to identify the main objects, how they are positioned, and where they are. The second sentence uses a noticeable feature is and while to add 2 prominent details. The third sentence uses overall and appears to summarize the overall impression, then uses with to provide visual evidence. The sentence structure remains fixed, while the placeholders are replaced with content from the image. Now look at the image in the lesson materials. The main subjects are the many brightly colored fruits and vegetables at a market stand. These items are arranged closely together, and the location can be identified as a market stand. We can also see small price labels scattered among the produce and a metal scale above the display. The many different kinds of fruits and vegetables placed together also make the display look full and varied. There is no clearly visible vendor or customer in the image, so do not invent people or describe a transaction that is not shown. First, add the objects, their arrangement, and the location. The picture mainly shows a colorful selection of fruit and vegetables arranged closely together at a market stand. The phrase, "a colorful selection of fruit and vegetables," summarizes the main subjects without listing every type of produce. There are many items in the image, and their arrangement is clearly visible, so use arranged. Arranged closely together describes how tightly the items are positioned, while at a market stand gives the location. Use arranged here, not arranging. Choose 2 details that are easy to verify for the second sentence. A noticeable feature is the small price labels among the produce, while a metal scale can be seen above the display. The first detail is the small price labels among the fruits and vegetables, while connects the second detail, the metal scale above the display. The object names tell us what is visible, while among the produce and above the display show where those objects are located. 2 representative details are enough. You do not need to list every item in the image. The third sentence describes the overall impression. Overall, the display appears full and varied, with many kinds of produce placed close together. The words full and varied are based on the quantity, variety, and arrangement of the produce. Appears shows that this is an overall impression based on the image, while the phrase after with provides the supporting evidence. You can describe the display as full and varied, but you cannot go on to guess where the produce came from, who grew it, or how well it is selling. Combining the 3 sentences gives us a complete description of the image. The picture mainly shows a colorful selection of fruit and vegetables arranged closely together at a market stand. A noticeable feature is the small price labels among the produce, while a metal scale can be seen above the display. Overall, the display appears full and varied, with many kinds of produce placed close together. When using the template for images of objects, first identify the main objects, how they are arranged, and where they are. Then choose 2 prominent details, and finally use visual evidence to summarize the overall impression. For a single object, you can use placed or displayed. When multiple items have a clear arrangement, you can use arranged. The template gives you a consistent order for writing, but the specific content must still come from the image. In the next lesson, we'll continue with a template for landscapes and broader scenes. I'll see you in the next lesson.